We are live. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was trying to sneak in a little bit of coffee before I actually talk to people because I talk to people better with coffee.
Well, I woke up in like excruciating pain.
Oh. I knew something was wrong because you texted me you were awake.
Yeah. I woke up and it felt like I did right after I had my son. Like my hips and my lower back hurt so bad. Like I could barely get out of bed. And
I had that the other day when I slept on my side wrong.
Yeah.
Actually, I was kind of twisted, half on my belly, half on my side, and they're like, oh.
My back.
I haven't taken anything for it. I just jumped in the shower and got a hot shower. I thought that would help. And I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to cut you off.
But my back started hurting when I looked out the window this morning. Saw 5 inches of snow on the ground. I'm like, yeah, no, it'll be gone. It'll be gone tomorrow and Monday.
So. Hopefully.
Where are you at, Mark?
Middle Maryland.
Yeah.
Laura from Hedgehogs Homestead is here. Hi, Laura. I assume it's Laura. Kathy Fitzpatrick, good morning. Yossi, hello. Matt from Operation Capsaicin. I can say that now. I'm getting better.
I know. It's hard. It's hard.
It is.
Yeah.
I went to the grocery store and I thought of Matt the other day.
Shit.
Well, I was in World Market and they had all these hot sauces on, a shelf. And I'm like, ooh. And some of them were the ones he had shown and some weren't. And then I went to Dollar Tree yesterday and they had 6 different kinds of hot sauce. So I bought them all for my sons. Oh.
Yeah, YouTube's playing games with you because it says that you only have, never. It just jumped to 10. It was sitting at 5 there. And I was counting, wait a minute. I can count 8 people in there and I'm watching you on 2 different channels.
Oh, Gil, the other day I had 13 comments and no views.
That was, who was that? Living the Dream had 10 comments and no views on a video this morning.
Yeah. The video the other day, I had 13 comments and 0 views. I'm like, I don't know how they commented without viewing it.
Hey, Runs.
Seconds. Ginger Ninja, welcome.
Hey, guys. I might have to get up in a second. My son is screaming. Is that all?
Kelly Estes, welcome. Tina Tice, good morning. It's your first time here. Thank you so much for coming in. We're just kind of chatting this morning. I'm trying to get my watch hours in. I'm taking any canning questions anybody has. I'm glad to answer them today.
Yeah, I'm watching on two different computers, and neither computer's on a Wi-Fi. So
I got both mine on Wi-Fi. My iPad is what I'm talking on, and my computer, I just muted it because it's delayed. Shows 16 likes, 8 watching. What?
Yeah, that's what I see here on mine. 17 likes, 9 watching now.
Oh, there we go. Smash the like button if you see it.
Thank you. Oh.
You were talking about us a minute ago. So, yeah, we all know we like to make our cowboy candy and that. I have a friend up the street. We literally have the same birthday, same age, everything. You can't give him hot enough food. Nothing makes him sweat. So he gave me habaneros and reapers 2 years ago and wanted me to make cowboy candy. I'm like, okay. So I had to put the hazmat suit on for that one because that was some painful stuff. And especially after I threw it in the brine to heat it up. Oh, the fumes coming off of that about knocked me flat. And I said, you bring me jars and the peppers. I said, I'll supply the candy, the sugar and the vinegar and the labor. And I did it, and he just loves it. He eats it. He's like, come on, try a piece. I'm like, no. The smell hurts my nose. I can imagine what the flavor's going to do to my mouth. But, got to have that hot stuff. Some people just live on that. I like just jalapenos. I might throw a habanero in there just to give it a little kick, but like 1 habanero, that's enough.
Yeah. Kathy Fitzpatrick asked, have you ever canned Satan? I can't say it's Satan. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yes, that was me that actually posted that on Rebel Canners way back.
Yes.
Satan's butt candy. Yeah.
The Rebel Canners vegan and vegetarian have quite a few posts on different ways they've done it. So there's quite a few people doing it. Yes, and Mark is the original.
Satan's butt candy. Yeah, that's it. It didn't say that. It said something else, but I won't say it. And of course, I had all the liquid left over. I called it the same thing, only juice, and gave him that. He uses that he dips his chicken wings in it. I'm like, you're insane.
Ooh.
He's like, this is really good. He just dips it right in there. It's like sugar water, but brutal.
Oh wow.
Get that one.
Yeah, you're making my eyes water just thinking about trying to chop all those kinds of peppers.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. 2 pairs of gloves. Almost needed a mask. Pre-2020.
I miss my old house that had a screened-in porch with 2 electrical outlets and a cable port for the television. Not that we ever actually had a television out there. I just thought it was weird. And it had a ceiling fan. The person that owned the house before me liked to go out there, have a TV, and watch the ball games. But it made it perfect for me to have a little kitchen table out there, chop up onions, peppers,
Mm-hmm.
and have the fan going so it blew it away from me. And then I could actually dehydrate. I had a dehydrator run out there because I didn't want it in the house.
I'm going to have to do that this year because I'm growing cayenne peppers, and I want them dehydrated. And there's no way my wife will kill me if I try to do those in the house.
Hi, Wendy Boo Boo.
Wendy says, first time on any live chat ever. I have all kinds of questions, so just random questions. Yes, we will take your random canning questions.
I'll take any other questions if you want.
Okay.
I'll answer any prepping questions.
There we go. So, tell me about siphoning. Is it safe if there's siphoning? I worried about that. The jars are still safe. What happens though is you have air now in your jars, so the things on the top are going to brown and discolor faster. Food may break down faster, so you're going to want to use those jars first, and then you're going to want to look and see why you're siphoning. Make sure that you're not making the pressure come down too fast. You don't take your weight off until your canners come completely down. Again, turn it off and let it come completely down. Don't try to open your canner until the pressure is down to 0 and the weight has come off. And also just kind of check. A lot of times when people have a problem with siphoning, their stove burner is about to go off. If you have an electric stove, you need a D-ring burner that's specific for canning. That will help a lot too with that for even heat underneath your canner and holding the weight up.
As McWaddy's in the house.
You'll get a lot of siphoning too if you turn the heat up. If you try to hurry it up,
Yeah.
and if your jars are really cold and you crank that canner up and get it hot fast because you're in a hurry, then the temp you need to keep as best you can keep the temperature equal between what's in the jars and what's outside the jars. And the thicker the stuff is in the jars, the slower you want to bring your temperature up. Siphoning comes from a mismatch in temperatures and pressures between the jar and the canner. So that's the best way. Do it low and slow to get it up. Once you get it up, then you can maintain it. But if you try to crank it up, that's where you're going to get a lot of siphon, especially on with thinner stuff, or even tomatoes. I do meat sauce and that on that because I cranked it up too high.
Thank you, because sometimes us old canners kind of forget that we just automatically do it slow. We don't think to tell you to do it slow.
And don't crank your rings down too tight. So a little thing on rings, I found we reuse our rings, sometimes our lids, but that's another story. But
that's why you're a rebel.
You got to watch the rings because when they come out of the canner and that, let it sit overnight. Then you take the rings off, dry them off, wash your jars, all that stuff. If the rings start to get a little bit of corrosion on them, you may not even see it. It's like rust. You'll notice it when you're putting the ring on the jar. It seems a little squeaky. Best practice for that, go buy a small bottle of mineral oil, which is really cheap at the hardware store. Put some in a spray bottle or just put some on just a reusable rag and just wipe them down with a little bit of mineral oil. That'll also give it when you go to tighten it hand tight, you're not tightening the threads on the jar. You're actually snugging down the cap, the lid onto the jar. So if your rings are a little crusty, you're not going to get the pressure you need on top of the lid to let it do its job naturally. And that's why new lids, you put new rings on there, they slide right on. They're nice. You just snug it down a little bit, and there's a lot of stupid science involved that nobody really thinks about. I see it all the time, so I just come up with ideas that are going to help me out. And you can spray. It's mineral oil. It's not going to go bad. It's not going to go rancid. It's not going to do anything.
It won't hurt you unless you ingest a lot of it. If you ingest a lot of it, which they used to tell people,
And you'll crap your pants.
Yep.
Well, not only will you crap your pants, but the mineral oil actually leaches the vitamins out of your intestines.
Oh.
So it will actually take the vitamins right out with it. So, yeah. But yes, you will definitely poop.
I'll remember not to drink it.
Yeah, I know castor oil is something that helps you go, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom remembers specifically drinking castor oil with orange juice.
My favorite is milk of magnesia and a glass of prune juice. That was used to be something we were prescribed to give people frequently at work, and we all knew what was going to happen 30 minutes after that was given.
Oh my gosh, what a day already.
So we had a question in a group this week on Facebook. What should a new person stock up in their pantry in uncertain times? So specifically a new canner. So someone who's new to canning, what should they start stocking up when they live in such uncertain times?
Jars, rings, lids. That should be really the only thing on your mind right now.
There was on Facebook, it may have been on your Rebel Canners, I saw it, a group, about someone talking about a new American-made company. Hang on, I'm looking for it because I went and put it in my canning wish list. Yeah, it's 4 jars canning lids, and everyone's raving about them. You know, 100%. People are saying I'm getting 100% sealing on it. These are the best things around. And a 50 pack is $12. 100 pack is $20 for the lids.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
if
not
you
bad.
want, I can share what I have here on my other. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and put the link in the chat. I did the trial with Super B or Superb lids, the ones that have the blue, it's almost like a foam. And I didn't have any problems with those, except I deliberately tried to see if I could make one fail. That's the only one that failed.
Yeah, there's
if you want to be a rebel, you got to do that.
Yeah. Okay, and let me put the link in here.
I've been picking up some. I have a Mennonite Amish supermarket up in Pennsylvania, and good food and stuff. But they sell a lot of canning supplies. They were out of lids for a while. I was asked, and they finally got some in. But now they have a sign on front of it saying, "Please do not over tighten your rings. The metal in these lids is a slight bit thinner than the previous ones we stocked." There's no name on it or anything like that. And but they work. I have no issues. Bought a sleeper.
That's on Amazon. I don't trust it.
Well, this is an American-made company. First I went to their website, and I checked. Well, is it on Amazon? Price is exactly the same on their website as Amazon.
I gotta go check on Fred. Give me a second.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I checked them out. So I got them in my wish list, but I still have all those canning lids that my mom had in storage, brand new in the boxes. So
and they're the ones with the thicker. I hate to say this because it'll start a whole controversy. With the possibly thicker rubbers in them than the newer ones.
Yeah,
I think it was just
saying that these have really thick rubbers in them.
Mm-hmm. What, Mark?
I think it was a different composition of material they used for the sealing part. back in the day, and they just kept getting cheaper and cheaper and make them go
Well,
faster.
what happened was when they had to take BPA out of all of the rubber stuff.
Yep.
That's when they changed the composition of the lids.
That's why I
So
like
that
my
they
glass
didn't-
jars,
Yeah.
the glass lids, the dome lids with those rubbers, because I love those. I just won't pressure can those poor jars. They've been around for 100 years and still work great for
Oh yeah.
water bathing, and they just look beautiful.
I got to go check on my bread. The alarm's going
We-
beep
we
beep
don't-
at me.
We don't want Bruce to have to get the fire extinguisher out.
I have this book that I got at a thrift store. Hold on.
Purple Tea Bear, welcome. Who else snuck in here? Lewis is here. Hi, Lewis. Passamaquoddy. Charlotte Jerome is getting ready to can some chicken broth.
I only paid like $2 for this book. It's called Keeping the Harvest.
Ooh.
And it has like all these canning recipes in there. And I got my apple butter one from this book. And it really helped because it had some of the stuff for apple butter I didn't have. But then I could use this recipe and it was awesome. It also, it tells you how to can applesauce and everything. It's like old school.
Nice.
It's
I'm
ready
really
to bake. So the oven's heating up right now. So this is going to go in 6 minutes into the oven.
I don't know when this was published.
Do we need to set a timer for you, Gil?
Nah, I got the timer will beep. The oven will beep at me when it hits temperature.
I was trying to look.
It
says 19
smells good.
It says 1942.
Nice. I love the older recipes.
Yeah.
Catherine Turner has a question about canning salmon. Fairly new to canning, had success with stew, meat, baked beans. Salmon always goes wrong. Seems sealed, but pops open a few days later. Any ideas what I should pay attention to? Are you doing it for the fish time? Because fish is a little bit longer than regular meat. So make sure you're doing it for the fish time. And are you adding anything with it? So I have questions before I can really answer that. And is it really fresh? Make sure that you're canning very fresh.
Hey there, everybody.
Hi, Lois. Wendy Wu has some more questions. Bacon grease, should it be canned? Can it be canned? If so, how and how long? Refrigerated or not refrigerated? Our bacon grease sits on the counter. I don't can it. You could can it. I would do it for the meat times. If I had so much up ahead, then I would do it for the meat kinds. But I don't refrigerate it. We use it up too fast.
Hey, Lewis, if you shut your camera off, you probably get a signal because you're coming through real sketchy and noisy.
All right, there was another question in there from
Hey,
Wendy
I'm
about
up
bacon
and
grease.
put myself on.
Yeah, Wendy was asking bacon grease. Should it be canned? Can it be canned? If so, how?
Yeah, I don't can my bacon grease. I just leave it sit on the stove. We use it up too fast. You would can it just like lard. Well, I don't clarify my bacon grease like I do my lard, but I would do it for the meat times.
Yeah, my grandmother always had one of these aluminum things on the back of the stove. She put the bacon grease on, and it never overfilled.
Yeah.
I don't cook bacon enough to collect it. So.
We really like bacon here. When my kids were older, I used to do 4 pounds of bacon at a time. And you get quite a bit of grease off that.
Yeah, my wife learned
Lost
not to
fluid.
do 4 pounds of bacon at a time. My daughter, when she was about 9, my wife cooked several pounds of bacon, and Megan kept running in there, grabbing a couple pieces. She ate about 1.5 pounds of it before we realized it. She got sick, and she wouldn't touch bacon for about 2 years. Then she started eating bacon again.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I have had 1 pound of bacon in my freezer downstairs for months. I haven't touched it yet.
I don't do enough bacon here to really warrant saving bacon grease, but I got a friend of mine's getting a steer slaughtered here probably in a couple weeks, and I told him I want the bones, all of them. And he laughed. He's like, "Seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah, you like my beef soup? Yeah, I want the bones so I can roast them. And after I roast them, throw them in a pot, all that grease comes off of there, all the oils. I'll throw it in another pot and render it down and make sure there's nothing in it. Run it through a super fine, like a cheesecloth type material, and put it in a jar. And it's just bright white. And it's great when especially if I need to, saute some beef or something in a pan. It's beef flavored. And great candles.
I'm going to put this in the oven now.
All right.
All right, hurry up. We're getting hungry.
I am making some pasties this week, which are the UP equivalent of a hand meat pie, and it calls for suet, beef fat. So.
I saved a whole bunch of fat off my roast beefs that we did for a couple weeks, and the fat. I mean, I didn't strain it or render it down, and that I did heat it up to harden it up a little bit when it cooled, and I took I put it next to the stove, let it go liquid again, or put it in a pot of water just to go liquid. Dropped a wick in there and let it harden back up and lit it. It smelled like roast beef cooking in the house for days. Oh, it was amazing. And my wife was like, "That's wrong, but that's good."
Wrong.
I'm hungry. That candle makes me hungry.
Why am I hungry? I have to put that on there when we're selling the house.
Can you take
I eat bacon. I don't like coffee though.
Cooked ground beef and render it down as tallow? You can. It takes a lot more to render down stuff that you've cooked, especially if you're adding spices and stuff to it. I wouldn't use it for tallow because that would get into your finished product. No matter how much you try to filter it and render it, it's gonna, I want to say taint it, but alter the taste. And if you're using fats like that, you want them to be as tasteless as possible for your product you're seasoning in the future.
Right, because you don't want something that you're doing to taste like bacon. Or
it'll be smoked. It'll have a smoky taste.
Ham or whatever.
Well, like I'm making a pastry dough out of it. I don't want that to taste like
exactly
that.
Making some cookies. Why do these taste like ham?
But you can save that fat. You can use it for cookies. Just use it in things you want it to taste like that.
Let's see. Bacon sugar cookies. I think that would be a hit with the kids.
Okay, now nobody's complaining about those, Gil.
Yeah, bacon flavored chocolate chips, and that's maybe a couple little bacon, rendered down bacon bits in there. That sounds really good.
Well, hey, in Santa Cruz, California, there's a shop down on the boardwalk that sells chocolate covered bacon. You can get milk chocolate, dark chocolate, like 7 types of chocolate. They dip the bacon in too.
My friend brought me back a bacon covered a chocolate bar that has bacon in the center of it, like a huge Hershey's bar with bacon in the center of it. There's a specialty gourmet market in Ann Arbor, Michigan that just makes bacon chocolate bars. And I'm like, oh, that'd be too much of each. No, it was just perfect. Just perfect. I save Wendy Wu. I save all my bacon grease and use it in other cooking in place of butter and other fats. So it just depends on what I'm making. But if I'm frying an egg in the morning, I'm frying it in bacon grease.
Yeah, I'm really like ghee. I've been using ghee in everything. And I used it to season my cast iron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I actually took a pint of bacon fat from here, and when I go out to where I cook for the kids for camp, we cook over open fire on cast iron. And the day we go out to set up camp, I take my bacon grease and I just slather all the rusty pans that have been sitting in a damp storage unit all winter, and I just cover them all sides with bacon grease out of that pint of bacon grease, throw them in the fire, and I don't touch them until the next morning.
My son loves to take the bacon grease to do his hash browns in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that tastes wonderful. I mean, I like bacon. People probably don't think I like bacon. I mean, I like bacon. I just don't cook it very often. And
Well,
I don't know. It's
$4.99 a pound. Who can afford to cook it very often these days?
It's not good for you either, folks.
Yeah, but it's so good. Bacon makes everything better. Hey, you mentioned ghee. Unfortunately for me, not unfortunately, I was at Lidl, or like Aldi type store yesterday, and they still have 1 pound salted and unsalted butter on sale for $1.72 a pound.
Oh
And
wow.
even though I think I got 25 pints of ghee on the shelf already, I couldn't help myself. I bought a case. And so I got another 24 pounds of butter out in the truck right now, staying cold in the snow. So I'll be making ghee tomorrow, I'm sure.
That's cool.
Tina wants to know the name of that book you showed us, Courtney.
Oh, shit. Hold on 1 second. Where did I put it?
Somewhere close by. You haven't went far.
Yeah, the newest USDA Complete Guide to Home Canning, they did a short print on it, and it's out of print, and they're waiting for them to print more. Ooh,
Yeah. Keeping
good
the
one.
Harvest. Who's the author?
Nancy Kofi and Gretchen Mead.
what's
Okay.
the Keeping the Harvest?
Ginger Ninja, the official answer from my grandmother is forever.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Got
My
this
grandma would say that there is no expiration date on bacon grease.
I
Personally, 6 months is my cutoff, and then it's out of
got
here.
this. We live in an Amish community. I got this at an Amish thrift store.
It's also on Amazon for $13.79.
Yeah, I paid
Ooh.
like 20 cents for my book.
You got a good deal.
Yeah.
Yes, Steve. I always use bacon grease to season all my cast iron. New, old. Yes, bacon grease will go rancid if it's exposed to oxygen, just like any other fats. We really use it here a long time, and if it goes rancid, like Mark said, you can use it to stick a wick in it and make a candle. It's, don't throw it out. There's always something you can do with it.
You thought I was the author? Come on, Matt. I don't think so. With all my spelling and issues and spelling errors, yeah, I'm an author. Give me a break.
Yeah, my grandma raised 9 kids and lived through the Depression. She never threw anything out.
Yeah, my grandfather never did either. Always kept everything.
I want to show you guys something. I got something to show you. Remember last Saturday morning, I planted these. Look at that. They are taller than they are growing right out of their little greenhouse. So those are my microgreens I planted a week ago today. They'll be ready to eat anytime.
I got a third lettuce sprout last night in my indoor garden.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
I gotta check on my lettuce. I think it should have sprouted by now. It doesn't take very long. I just did it a couple days ago. So.
I got some arugula to plant next.
Arugula.
Arugula.
What kind?
Free from Garden State Gardener, 2 kinds.
Oh, okay. Because there's a one, it's called something Rocket. It's supposed to be really good for like cold weather.
I do have Rocket in my collection, but that's not the one I got from him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what. I can go grab it. I'll be right back. Hold
I
on.
got bugs in my hair. It's driving
I'll
me
go.
crazy.
figure out where did I figure out?
Yeah, well, it surprised me how fast the rainbow chart came up. 4 days before from the time I planted it, before it went. And
It's like the steak of lettuce.
last night, my two tomato plants I have in the big tubs grew probably about 2.5, 3 inches.
Wow.
So, because yesterday morning I raised up the lights about 4 inches. It looks like tomorrow I'm gonna have to raise them up another 4 inches.
Yeah.
Ninja says, arugula is like the steak of lettuce, lol. Every time I hear the word arugula, I think of Steve Martin.
Yes, me too.
I cannot, every time.
Steve Martin cracks me up.
Oh, he's funny.
Actually, his one movie I really liked. Most people didn't for some reason. It was the one with Michael Caine, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Mm.
Oh, your blue sage came up, or pink sage. My pink Sunday sage. I can't talk. More coffee, please. Was supposed to take a week or more. It came up in 2 days. Same for Blue Monday. That is so cool. This is Esme garlic or arugula. So 40 days to maturity. And it's from High Mowing. It's supposed to be more nutty.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I put arugula between 2 pieces of spinach and pretend it's a burger. Oh. Okay. I think I'm going to try and be vegetarian. It's been going through my head a lot.
Okay. I love vegetarian food. I absolutely love vegetarian food. I just have never been able to give up meat.
Yeah. I could give it up so easily because I rarely eat it.
If your arugula leaves are big enough, you blanch them quick to soften them up, and you can put anything you want in there, like a wrap, like a veg and chili, nice and thick, and then make it like a those Polish lumpkies or whatever, which is like the beef and rice and a cabbage roll with a toothpick. And
Yeah.
Tomato sauce, but you can do that with that too. It's just a different flavor.
LP spinach survived the winter at last check. We'll see after this new snow melts.
Yeah, my rainbow chart outside did not survive that 15 inches of snow.
Fishes is in the house. It's okay, Fishes. I would chat, but my son has my phone.
Yeah, spinach could probably survive the winter easily. It's cold hardy. If you cover it or whatever, if you kept it in a cold box outside, it'd probably survive all winter.
I want to build one of those over top of one of my raised.
I do
small
too.
raised beds.
I want that so bad.
I have the windows. I can do it with windows.
I want to do it with 2x2s, and I want to do it with greenhouse fabric,
Ooh.
and then put hinges on it, and then you can just lift it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm an avid collector of things. Nothing of any really importance, but I about 3 or 4 years ago, I worked at a hardware store, and my boss had literally an entire cart full of hinges of all different kinds of stuff. And I said, "How much do you want for the entire cart?" She's like, "I don't know, $40." Because she was trying to get rid of it. It was all like crap that they needed to get rid of. I literally bought $1,000 worth of items The entire cart was filled with like hinges and doorknobs
That's
and all different
amazing.
kinds of stuff. I bought it all for $40.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
I was like, yes, more. It was great.
Daniel GC asked a loaded question. He doesn't know that. What do you guys think of Tatler lids? I like them. I've actually met the man who designed them. They are made right here in Michigan, very close to me. And I approached him about coming on our show, and he did not want to come on and didn't want to. He's a little odd.
Yeah.
A little odd. He's been burned by people trying to steal his design that are related to him and not related to him. So, because I want to see if we could get a tour of the factory or, and talk to him, and he wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But he is a member. He is a member of my Facebook group.
LP, I love James Perponi, and you know what's funny is Garden State Garner lives like 5 minutes from that guy, and I really love that dude. Like, you really have to watch. He has taught me so much. That guy knows what he's talking about, and I love his dog.
And he's doing it in a cold climate.
Yeah,
that's what I love.
That's why I've been watching, because I'm like, I don't know. He just knows. He knows what he's doing.
Grandma's so happy had a question there for you as well. Yeah.
What is a secret to canning squash? It just seems so watery. Do you do anything to yours? Mine doesn't stay nice, and neither does my pumpkin. I have tried pickling it, and they get really soft, and my kids do not like the squash pickles. They're not fooled that they're not cucumbers. You can't put enough salt on it like you do cubes to draw out the water to make it take a good pickle. I just basically chop mine up really fine, almost grate it, and can it that way, or I can it in stuff. A lot of times I will grate it, put it in the freezer, and then when I'm making my tomato sauce, I throw in a bag of that. And you don't even know it's in there, and it makes it just one more real good layer of flavor. So I can it in stuff. I don't can it by itself anymore. It's not worth my time in my jar space.
Yeah, my wife grates it and freezes it.
Squash has such a high water content, and most pumpkins, like they're your standard jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, it's just so much water in there, you can't really can it. Now, if you want to can pumpkin, then dice it up, cook it down into your pumpkin pie, thinner pumpkin pie filling type stuff. Then you can probably can it. I've never done it. I have no urge to do it. I gave up growing squash because everybody knows it's zucchini season, because 400 pounds of zucchini arrive on the conference table for everybody to take for free, and nobody wants it anymore because we're all sick of it after about a week.
Oh, now that you just made me remember the one way I do want to do squash. I do take my zucchini and I make mock pineapple, and that is absolutely delicious.
I heard about that.
Yes, all those oversized zucchini make wonderful mock pineapple and mock apple pie filling.
I tried dehydrating it one year for no particular reason. I had this, it had to be like a 6-8 pound zucchini. It was just a monster. And I diced it up, threw it in my dehydrator. When it was done, it didn't fill up a half pint jar.
No, you can take the big seeds out of those, dehydrate it, make it into powder, make sure it's really super dehydrated, and then you can use it for up to 1/3 of the flour in any recipe. It's another way to sneak veggies in on your kids. I would never have done that. No, not me. No,
I just don't.
I did not do that to you when you were little kids. My kids don't watch this anyway. This is a test to see if they watch.
Hey, said Aquarius, watching you. Got my eyes on you.
I heard something very weird today, Robert. What happened? We got Sarah back on our team last night.
What?
You did not hear the news?
No.
Cajun Hydroponics said that Sarah's back on Team Aquarius.
So who'd they trade her with?
I don't know. I was in the live and then I fell asleep. Go figure. It was after 9 o'clock. I fell asleep. I didn't hear all of it. I missed that part.
So, okay.
Yeah, there's something going on, Courtney. I didn't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
have
if
to
you did
watch. I didn't watch last night.
Yeah.
Interesting. There,
Yeah.
Homestead Aquarius. You're trying to win. Sounds like fake news.
I wondered. It came from Hydroponics this morning, so I wasn't sure.
I saw that he was on. I was gonna join in, but I don't know, kind of in a funk, I guess.
LP says she loves being able to open them up, but I didn't cover the spinach. Sowed in the fall, they germinated, and that's about it. Those seedlings started growing again a couple of weeks ago, so maybe they will make it. Usually they know when they can make it. They're outside. Yes, Wendy, everything bacon is gold. Hey, welcome, Life with Belinda and Chuck.
All right. Fishes, hang on. I'm going to put the
Jimmy.
updated link back in there into the Facebook thing for you.
Thanks for coming in, Jimmy Pickles.
Oh, hi, Jimmy. Hi. I saw you were live a little bit ago. Maybe it was yesterday, and I got in just as you were done, so I missed it, the last one. Mock pineapple is where you take zucchini and you cut it into little tiny triangle shapes, and you can it in lemon juice and pineapple juice. And when you open that jar, you can't tell the difference between canned pineapple. And you can use it in anything you would use for canned pineapple. So you can bake with it. You can put it in fruit cocktail. You can, after you do all that to it, you can dehydrate it and make gummies out of it. And you will swear up and down it's pineapple.
Turtles eat jellyfish? You think they eat the man of war? I don't think so.
Sea turtles might. They're pretty big.
You better be scared, Homestead Aquarius.
Oh, we got shed wars going on.
Yeah.
Shots fired across the quarter bow.
Yeah, we're on opposite teams. They divided us up. I think they did that on purpose. Courtney.
I know. They're trying to turn the poop troop against each other.
Courtney, next year, if Robert is willing, I will captain a third team, the poop troop team. Well, you don't have to do any of the work. I'll do all the work.
Okay.
Oh, for the sake of this conversation, yes. Sea turtles eat man of war jellyfish. Okay.
What eats a frog?
A Frenchman.
Nothing. Haven't you seen those poisonous dart frogs? You don't
Bigger
mess with
frog.
frogs, Courtney. They're poisonous. Oh, it's been a long morning. I woke up early this morning, and I crashed last night. I need more coffee.
Oh, Fishes and Yosi, I guess, are in the basement.
Oh, I can't see down there because if I see down there, then I can't see us. Sorry, guys.
Wild.
I wasn't trying to be Bob. I'm sorry.
Don't like me anymore.
That's what you meant by babysitting. You were down in the basement.
You got to tell me because I can't see the basement.
Yeah.
What are you using that for?
Catch some jellyfish,
Oh, come
like
on.
SpongeBob.
Hey, do you see how we're on this side and it's
Fishes.
over
You
there?
gotta
don't
make
think
it
I
rain.
fit in.
Struggle.
Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord.
Fishes, I don't fit.
You don't see? What?
I don't fit in your tiny thing.
Yeah, that's true. You're a little big. Have to get a bigger net for catching Neosi jellyfish. But I'm glad somebody answered that. Yes, sea turtles do eat man of war.
Yes, but only the big
problem.
ones.
What?
The
was
big
that?
jellyfish. They don't eat the small one because smaller the more stronger the poison.
The more potent it is. Mm.
Yeah.
It's like a
Interesting.
baby rattler. A baby rattler bites you, you're dead because it just hangs on and just keeps pumping the poison
Yes,
out.
because it doesn't used to know how much to use.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. I didn't know they didn't eat the small ones. Do you know the teeniest of them are what we have a problem with sea lice? When they're
Mhm.
microscopic, that's
Yeah.
what they are, is usually tiny microscopic jellyfish, things like that.
They also make it hard to walk on the beaches in Florida.
Yeah, they do. When it's that season, yeah. I gotta turn this up.
I always seem to wind up there at that season.
Yeah, same
Yes,
thing.
I'm
Like when
feeling
I
better.
finally get to go to the beach, that's when it's jellyfish season.
Do anything to go to the beach right now?
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't
Well-
been to the beach, and I live near it in like 2 years.
it's been like 25 years since I've been to the beach.
No.
Because of the sweats, what is called the pass of sweats between Europe and Africa. No, Africa,
Gibraltar?
Asia. In Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
we have the pass of the Suez. And
The
since
Suez.
they do the Suez in the 70s, before that, we never had the jellyfish in Israel.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. So
the
they
Suez
came
Canal.
through Suez
Yeah.
Canal. That's it.
It let him in.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My sister went on a boat cruise of the Suez Canal. I don't know why that. I don't know. But she took the boat ride, a cruise boat ride, all the way across the Suez Canal for fun.
Yeah, it's big, but it's boring.
She went to a lot of countries, but
Yeah,
didn't see a lot. Didn't see
Yeah.
a lot at all.
it's boring.
Yeah. But okay. Kathy Fitzpatrick, I was wondering about canning squash. So it's good to know to grate it and freeze it. What are your thoughts about dehydrating it? I dehydrate a lot of it because you can make it into flour. You can just sneak it into anything you're cooking. You can put a little water on it, rehydrate it, and use it to make zucchini bread or squash bread. I use yellow and zucchini squash interchangeably. So when I talk about zucchini, I'm talking about either the yellow or the green.
Mhm.
And yeah, I like to do both. I like to freeze some in 2-cup packages, and then I like to dehydrate it. It saves a lot of space dehydrating it. Like
By
Mark
the way,
said.
did you
Yeah,
see
just don't be
Garden
upset when you
State
put it
Garden
in.
and the ideas in
No.
the chat?
I did not see him in here.
Because they received a
Don't think so.
message that I got the package from him in the post office.
Yeah, I haven't seen Joe in here at all. What were you saying, Mark? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Just don't be upset. Whoever just posted that when you dehydrate 20 pounds of squash, you wind up with 6 ounces.
Yeah, if you don't
Yeah.
get much. But if you're doing something else in your dehydrator, throw it in because it's going to save you a lot of freezer space and a lot of.
It's the same with onions and even mushrooms. It's 80% water.
How
Yeah,
far
but
are
mushroom
you from
powder
the beach,
tastes so
Josie?
much better than squash powder.
If I had the car, it's like 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
50,
cool.
20 minutes, yeah.
Nice.
Because I'm next to Ashkelon. And Ashkelon has the beach.
Okay. My geography head is exploding, but
Yeah. And
I'll
I'm
be
in
honest,
Israel, so.
I'll get out a map later.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Good job.
I wish that enticed me, but it just doesn't. I'm sorry.
Oops, too late.
It doesn't entice me.
Just a second. I'm trying to make feel
Yeah.
big, but I can't. Never mind. It won't shift.
So what you got to do is go back. All right, now if you just go down to my icon and click on the upper left-hand corner of my icon down below, my
Then I
picture
can-
should make me big.
All right. Oh, okay, there it is. That one.
Wow, and it's not burning.
Because it doesn't have butter on it.
It's not flaming. But Backwoods said the same thing right away. The flaming
Yeah,
bread.
but of course.
We knew that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Got to make a shirt just for Backwoods because he just loves that
Oh.
joke.
Matt, he's been baking the bread the whole live here.
Looks great, Gil.
Yeah,
What recipe did you use?
I
missed that.
started with doing baking pizza this morning. When the pizza
Wow.
was done, I turned the oven off, opened it up. While the bread machine finished kneading the bread, about 10 minutes after pizza was done, the bread finished kneading. I pulled it out, put it in the pan, stuck it in the oven for 35 minutes to raise, and then pulled it out and turned the oven on to heat back up and stuck it back in.
Awesome.
This is you're from Florida. You must be knowing what is empanadas.
Yes. Empanadas are pretty
I'm-
good. Mhm.
I'm making today.
Oh, awesome. I actually like the croquetas though. The little chicken croquetas are my favorite. Not the ham so much, the chicken. I like them. And cheese, when they do the cheese the same way as the croquetas, which is basically fried cheese.
Yeah,
So good.
Fried cheese is good.
everything fried is good.
Yeah, I know. But I can't have it.
Make
Unless
some
it's gluten-free.
chicharron.
We're making Homestead Queer. It's hungry, not just hungry. Hungry.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
That's
Always,
always,
yeah.
what we do in these lives.
For
By the
sure.
way, I did answer you in the chat. I did the compost like 2 weeks ago.
Gosh.
I did separate the kitchen scraps,
Mm-hmm.
and today I mixed it with dirt,
With what?
Dirt.
with the soil.
Oh, soil. I thought you said with dogs, and I'm like, I know that's wrong. You
No,
didn't mix it with dogs.
no.
Sofa pillows are good with honey. What the heck?
I don't know.
Yeah, sofa pillows are good with honey. Okay, somebody want to explain that one to me?
I don't know. I just it just makes me laugh.
Oh my gosh.
I think Bruce is taking too much of his meds.
Mm.
Oh,
Or he
not
thinks
enough.
that your bread tastes like sofa pillows. So, Sophia.
Oh, we're back to Mexican food. Tex-Mex food.
Yeah.
He
I
didn't
started
notice
it.
that his spell check changed a word before he hit enter.
Yeah.
It has bread with barbecue.
Ooh.
Mm.
Okay, I want to go to Pathway Homestead's house. They have a pie in the oven.
Oh, yum. Oh,
Which kind of pie?
do you have your burrito in a can on your channel? I mean, canning the burrito. The
Not
jar?
yet. Not
Okay.
yet. But it's in the Facebook group. It's so easy. I
Oh.
made them. I just didn't videotape it. I wanted to try it first before I videoed it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I haven't.
I sent
I
you
got
a
one jar
message
left.
to join your Facebook group, and that was a few days ago, and I still
You haven't
doesn't
gotten
in
in?
it. Yeah,
Interesting.
Did you answer all the questions?
it was only one question,
Okay.
I
Then
think.
you probably got added this morning because if you answered even one question, I added everybody who'd answered one question.
Okay, I need to check. I didn't receive a message, or maybe I need to.
About an
Send
hour
you
ago, I
another
went through and added everybody that answered even one question. Because
Okay.
some devices you can't see all three.
Yum.
Strawberry
Yeah, I did it on my phone.
I canned a whole bunch of strawberry rhubarb pie filling, and I've already ate one. I haven't canned enchiladas, but I have canned tamales.
Well, the burrito though is that inclusive? It's not inclusive of the outside, is it?
No, it's
Well,
just the
it's
filling.
the inner.
It's the same like the tacos.
Because
It's not. Yeah,
enchiladas, it's like
I love enchiladas. So does
I know,
Fred.
but what would that be? The can, like just the insides are
yeah.
simple. They're not.
You can can the enchilada sauce too.
Yeah, that
Red
too.
sauce.
The sauce.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
I
like,
actually have
yeah,
seen enchiladas canned. they brown them so that the tortilla stays together,
Mm-hmm.
and then they can them.
Yeah,
I've
but-
seen them professionally canned in stores.
It's gonna be soggy.
Well, that's why I haven't tried them at home.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'll
tamales
just
are
go
really
for-
good
Hey,
canned.
Tiny Tim.
Hmm.
I'll probably
Okay,
get some
Tim.
tamales. I usually buy tamales here in November, and I have them with Thanksgiving.
Mm.
And I may have to find my tamale source person and can some for a video.
That sounds really
I don't
good.
make the tamales because I know someone who is so much better, and it takes so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
to
much
make them right.
The area that I live in has a huge migrant worker population that they
Mhm.
came, they worked in the fields here, and then they stayed and got their citizenship. And so we have a huge Hispanic population right here where I live, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So a lot of my friends in high school were bilingual.
Mm-hmm. We mostly have we have that too, but the food influence, a lot of it is the Cuban that I've had. I haven't had a lot of the Mexican because I'm on the other side of the, area. They just
If I want fresh tortillas or fresh tamales, all I have to do is hit Facebook Marketplace.
nice.
Well, I'm bilingual. I speak American and redneck.
Yeah, I speak the Yooper too. The Yooper, yeah.
Yeah.
I just now noticed that I wrote babysitter. I meant in the basement.
You were a babysitter. I was wondering what that was about.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna get down.
Okay, honey.
Okay.
I'll
Bye,
talk to y'all later.
Thank you for
Yeah.
coming up.
I shared
Get
it
it,
out,
Edie.
and I'll be playing your stuff today. FYI, guys, she only has like 180 more hours left, so
Yay.
Hmm.
please watch your stuff.
Hopefully,
They
YouTube
did
will let
not
us
give
keep
me any of my hours for my last live. So I'm still at 230 hours.
them. What?
Yeah. They actually took 7 hours away from me. So I'm still
That might be how they're coming after our group, is that they're suppressing hours for newer channels, and you're not even that much newer, like as
I'm not
far
new.
as
I've
you've
been-
got an
I've been here-
established following.
yeah. But I'm
Great job.
close to benchmarks.
All right, Court,
See you
when
later.
you're
get a
I'm-
heating pad, girl.
Yeah,
Put it
I'm
on
just
Poor thing.
by court, feel better. So
Yeah,
Bye,
I
y'all.
hope you do.
I am. Let me look here. I'll tell you in just a second my stats. Let me look it up.
Mark dropped off.
Oh, we lost Mark. Come
Yeah.
back, Mark.
Who is Mark, by the way?
Mark's in the chat.
Little chef.
He is my friend from Facebook.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah, I know him
Yeah,
personally outside of here.
Okay.
I have 4,875 subscribers. So I'm 26 subscribers away from 5K. That's why you're messing with me.
Yeah, they're giving you a hard time because you're going to make money right out of the gate. That's probably why, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Have you noticed them putting any commercials or ads on your videos yet?
Yes, they are putting ads on, and they have been
But
for a while.
They do that
Yeah.
on mine, and I'm not even up to 1,000.
Yeah. Well, I know they're doing it on some of them, but they
Hey, Mark, you're back.
if
back,
your
Mark.
if your
Hey.
Yeah,
videos
going.
if your videos are
Get to look at my
tripping-
ceiling there for a second.
if your videos are tripping the AI's thing to say, hey, put an ad on here because
Yeah.
it's good enough.
Yeah.
That's why they're playing with you. They don't want to pay you for it since they're putting the ads on there
Yeah,
anyways.
they're making all the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I literally made 58 hours on Thursday on my live, according to their system, and
Mhm.
got 0 added to my total. So I sent them another one of my lovely daily. Hey, I don't think your mathematician knows the difference between addition and subtraction notes.
Yeah. Right?
You really
Yeah.
need to hire. Then you really need to hire a guy that knows the difference between addition and subtraction when they're messing with your.
You
hours.
need to send the email in Chinese.
Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong.
Yes.
Nick Nimmin said no, not to email him this way. Nick Nimmin told me
I'll be right
to
back.
make it public on Instagram at YouTube support. Ask my question there. He said I'll get farther that way.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So that's probably what I'll do after I get done here again, because it got better after I did that. And now it's bad again. But 50 hours is a big hit to take.
Yeah.
And I waited because I thought, okay, they just didn't do it the Thursday, Friday morning. And then they didn't do it today. They didn't update it today either. So if it doesn't update at 3:00, because for
I
some
notice
reason,
usually on the weekend it doesn't update till Monday.
but it was Thursday night. I did it Thursday night. It should have updated Friday or today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason now my hours are also updating not only after midnight, but after 3 p.m. Has anybody else noticed that they changed it? Because I look at my monetization a couple times a day. I'm so close.
Okay.
I'm still echoing. I think, Mark, I'm gonna mute you, Mark, because I think somebody.
Oh no, like 3 degrees. Heck,
Oh.
that's horrible.
Oh, you know what? I think that was me.
What?
I was the one echoing. It was me doing it.
Yeah,
For
it's
some
not
reason,
me.
my mute
I
came
mute
off.
myself and I'm not talking.
Yeah, it was me. I thought it was you because it started right after you came back, but it was mine. I went and looked, and the mute had come off on my other thing.
Yeah, it's always the chef's fault. Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm chef too.
There you go.
I took the blame for all sorts of things you did for years. You can take one for the team, Mark. Oh.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of those posts going, seriously? Okay.
Mark was in my Facebook group, and he's really good at making clever little meme stuff.
Mhm. Oh, he's
And
the
so-
meme maker.
He's the meme maker. So
Yeah.
he would make me. He would see things going on in the group that just wasn't right. He would send me, "Hey, I think you need to post this meme." So I would get the blame for all of his good work. I loved it. It was fun.
I still have them all on my other iPad. I should just start shooting them off
Yeah.
here again.
Yosi and
Oh,
I have
yeah.
memes.
I
Meme
lost
offs.
them when my phone went down, Mark.
Oh, I got them all still. It's on my old iPad, but it still works. It's an iPad
But-
Air 2. The thing's an antique, but it still works great.
Mark, can you turn up your volume? I can hardly hear you.
And Mark Case is making them. I only copy them.
Yeah, he creates
Yeah,
them.
my arm was in front of the microphone. Sorry.
It's still low, even with your arm removed.
That's
Hi,
It's
Heavenly
possible.
Dreams.
I just have it.
Thanks for coming in.
I have background noise, Mark. It's not just,
Yeah, it's a
Looking
little
well.
side. You go down below where it says
And the setting.
In the
on your
settings, yeah.
settings. Go into your settings.
Mike.
yeah, your audio, and
Yeah.
then you check it.
Yeah, that's right, Bruce. That seems to be the only way to get to where I need to go, because you don't get to talk to them till you get monetized.
I know, right?
They
And I
can do
don't.
anything they want to you until you're monetized.
Mhm.
Then they have to answer to you.
And even then, they only answer when they feel like it.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's just a benchmark. It's not going to really get me anything. But I'm that competitive person inside me just really wants to just meet this benchmark.
Sorry, momming.
That's okay. My kids are just doing something because I told them if they didn't do something somewhere else, I'd be finding chores for them when we're done with here.
Yeah. I made the mistake and got my son what I thought would be neat is those wind pinwheels for the
Mhm.
garden, because he always stops and looks at them when we're on a walk. Well, the first thing he does is he wakes up and looks outside and wants to go get them. Like, I'm like, no, they stay in the ground.
Well,
We're not going to bring them inside after we put them in the ground.
Carol, what we did, we got Eli a couple of them just to keep in the house,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
he'll stand there till he practically hyperventilates.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get a couple more of the small ones. These are the big ones. I don't want them walking
Yeah.
around and knocking into stuff.
Hi, Vineyard Chicks. Thanks for coming in.
So-
I'm 125 people away from 5K, and I am 230-ish hours away from being monetized. So I got 2 benchmarks I'm shooting for. I started shooting for the monetized before I got this close with the 5K. So I want to be monetized before I get to 5K.
So, Fishes, you want to see the pig with the thing, not only on Friday, every day.
What? The
The
what?
pig with the thing.
The pig with the thing? Oh yeah, I love that. I love that pig with the pinwheel out the window going wee wee, and it says "Happy Friday" on the meme that I sent. What does that mean? The mom chore threat. But what is this? The Tammy will understand.
The mom
What
chore
exactly?
threat. I threatened them with mom chores.
Yes. But what's Dobrex? I don't know what that is.
I didn't know either, so I didn't want to post it. I read it and I just ignored it because I didn't know what it meant.
Don't know what Dobrex is. Sorry.
Well, let's
No
take a
breath.
look-see here.
I know. I gotta look it up too. What's Dobrex?
Dobrex. Dobrex
Eardrop?
eardrops,
Oh, shut up.
wax removal.
Oh, okay. Now I know what it is.
It's saying my ears are clogged.
You didn't use that
Okay,
in-
yeah, sure.
Remember, Bruce, I'm an operating room nurse. If it doesn't happen behind those closed doors, it's not my nursing thing.
Yeah, the Dobrex stuff is garbage anyway. Just use regular peroxide. That's that thick stuff. I've used that when I've had an ear problem. I hate it.
My mom always put
Mm.
peroxide in my ears too.
Yeah, straight up peroxide works, but I don't usually need it. It's usually my husband backwoods law. You know, men tend to get that impaction stuff going on faster than women because we take care of our ears. Just saying.
I'm not gonna even touch that one, but thank you for the opening.
Oh no! Did you have one?
My brain went somewhere
you a
else.
wax
with that,
maker?
but this is daytime TV, so we're not gonna go there.
Mm.
I actually got the little camera because my mom had one, like wax impaction. Got the camera, got the spray bottle thing that gets it out. Took care of her ears and went right after my husband's. And sure enough, he needed some action.
Well,
Some help.
You speak about cameras and ears, and I only remember what Bob said.
Hmm?
All the caterpillars and all the things in the ear.
Oh
All those
no,
movies is-
Yeah.
no! This is a great spray bottle. Just put some warm water in it, and it, after you use
Put
like
a hot
peroxide.
compress, a hot pad there, and
Yeah,
it'll suck a lot out too.
yeah, it does.
Yeah, my mother used to put rice in a sack and put it in the microwave.
Yeah, that's a hot
Yep.
pad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yep, that helps. But theirs were pretty disgusting and impacted. So, yeah, had to. What was that? ENT. Most adults over 30
Yeah.
need to know. I don't. My ENT yells at me because he knows I use Q-tips. I don't recommend it
It
for other
just
people.
shoves the wax further back in your ears. You're not.
Mine were perfectly clean when I checked them because there's no wax to go back.
It's all shoved back in.
No, it wasn't. I swear, wasn't in there.
Lewis
Okay.
says, I bought and cut up some potatoes in cubes and froze them. And I cut up some potatoes into French fries and froze them. They'll
Oh.
probably get a little mushy but you can bring them back to room temperature and can them. I would not dry can them. I would definitely put liquid in because otherwise they're probably just going to crumble in there.
The
Like
best
that.
thing is fry them when they're still frozen.
Fry them while they're still frozen. Well, he wants to can them.
Yeah.
He wants to can them. But yes, you can fry them while you're still frozen.
What with my Q-tip? I can't help it. I hate water in my ears.
Yeah.
Rice pack in the
Guilty.
microwave. That's what it works well. Garlic oil infused little pure olive oil, extra virgin.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You can also buy it in the drugstore. It's extra virgin olive oil. It's called sweet oil.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my mom used to put in my ear. She'd warm it and put it in a drop or two in my ear when I had an earache. But you can infuse it with garlic, or you can also infuse it with mullein flour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it has to be what did you say? The flour?
The flower of the mullein.
Mm.
The little yellow flowers on the big candlelight stems.
Yeah, well,
those
we don't
flowers
get them
and
that
oil.
big here. Yeah. As soon as the heat comes out, the mullein goes. I've noticed.
Oh, dishes.
Mm.
Do you watch Pete Carneas?
Canaris, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Central Florida. He's
He
above
just
me.
did another food forest and posted this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would love to have him just
I have
come
not
do
seen a
mine.
new video from him in quite a while.
Yeah, I know. I think it's because he's been focusing on his business.
Yeah, he
At
bought
us.
property, and because they wouldn't let him have it at his place, his greenhouse operation, so he bought property. And
Huh, I didn't know that.
yeah, because he had lived in a home HOA, so he couldn't have his greenhouse at his property.
Even
Oh,
David the Good posted today or yesterday.
I'll have
Witch
to check.
hazel is what Grandma used to use. Bruce says for. I did not know about that, but I know you
Yeah.
can use a little rubbing alcohol to dry your ears out from swimmer's ear. But I've never wanted to put rubbing alcohol in my ears. My mom, I'd rather
Yeah.
do the oil.
Hmm.
Bob says your bread looks good.
How is
The
it?
only thing wrong with it was it had a big air bubble on top.
Oh my. Yes, you did, didn't you?
Hmm.
Tammy missed it. She's talking to her kid. Wait till she sees that air bubble. That's some air bubble.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm curious, Lewis, how it like the color of them. Like, did you shock them before you froze them or anything with the potatoes?
I'm sorry, I missed all that.
Oh, Gil's bubble was just like a big air bubble at the top of his bread. Look.
Uh-huh.
Huh. You had us all fooled, Gil, that you were a master bread maker until that bubble.
Where's Courtney?
Yeah,
Well-
look, it still looks amazing.
what I probably should have done was about 15 minutes into the raise process, just reached in the had gone to take the pan and turned the loaf over.
Mm,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah.
But I was up here.
Bonnie said it looks like a purse.
Yeah.
I think it's the way he held it.
Yeah.
When I cut
Dang
my
it.
potatoes, I put them in water so they don't brown.
I tried to pick it up, my
Okay.
strap broke.
Cold water.
If you use it immediately, they don't boil.
No, I mean ours. I don't know if it's our weather or what, but our potatoes will oxidize really quick. and
Yeah,
same thing
they
with
get-
apples. So yeah, I
Lewis
always
says
put them
he'll
in
give
cold
us an
water.
update.
Put 'em in cold water.
Mine, if I don't cut them, if I don't use them immediately, they turn black.
They don't what? They don't change if you use them.
If I don't use it immediately after I've cut them,
That's what
they
I'm talking
turn
about.
black.
Yeah, that's the oxidization. Excuse me. That's why I put them in cold water. I chop them.
But
And
they
it turns-
take like an hour, 2 hours.
Oh, I don't know how long. It's usually I use
Maybe
them
more.
pretty quick.
Ginger Ninja, I don't boil the mullein flour. I pick the mullein flowers when they're out. I put them in a little tiny 4-ounce canning jar because you really don't need more than 2 or 3 ounces of mullein oil for a year anyway. And I cover it and then I put it in the sun and let it infuse in the sun for 4 weeks. And then I strain it and put it in my brown bottles with an eardropper.
Bread bag. Ginger Ninja kills bread bag.
First handle.
I'm just wondering if they'll
But it
change
tastes
color.
delicious.
I bet it does. I miss fresh bread so much. I don't
You
miss the
talk
feeling that comes with it.
in your other life about bread that you put on like in water or steamed bread. You can do bread. It's basically steamed, but don't. If you put it on baking bag, you know,
Mhm.
when you put the chicken and stuff, when you buy chicken, it's like the clear bag that
Okay,
you
yeah,
tie.
like the wrap, like the
Yeah.
wrap in cellophane. Or
If you put the bread inside of it, it's basically the same as like put it in water,
mhm.
like bake it in water, but it can brown because you put it on the bed. So it's
Hmm.
basically the same but better.
I haven't tried that technique.
Jose Aquarius, I use the mullein oil for ear infections to soothe ear infections. And I don't put anything in the jar with the flower heads except the extra virgin olive oil.
What is melon?
It's the sweet oil. It's a plant. It's a yeah. They
It's
don't.
a weed.
Everybody says it different. It's like mullein. It's not mullein because that was my maiden name. It's like a different way to say it.
I'll spell it here.
But I had some of the seeds. I don't know where mine went.
I can't
And mine
spell it.
came up and they looked great. And then the heat came out and baked them to the ground. It was
I
like it
spelled
melted.
it in
Try
the
to-
chat, Lucy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to. Okay, you need to try to use it in indoor.
Yeah, I'm figuring that. Plus, I got these, Yossi. I got a lot of
Oh,
them.
I want some of them, but I don't find it in Israel. I need to do more research.
Are those the
They
ones
come
from
from
the
China.
Are those the ones from the dollar store?
My dollar store had them.
Nice. It's good for
I got a
strawberries.
tip.
Yeah.
Are you putting them on a patio or are you putting them out in the yard? And
I haven't decided yet, but I'll show you what they had right next to it. So I could drill a hole down the center, and I could just
Yep,
shove that
that's
right
what I was
in.
just gonna say. I get put a hole
They
down
must
the
watch
center and do
Pinterest or
rebar.
something, or whoever put it up on social media, because they had these and all they are is for mops.
Yeah.
Right next to them.
Yep.
Like right next to the planting stuff. So I was like,
That's
oh,
because
what?
it also fits on the gardening tools in that section.
Say what again? Put some gardening tools inside of them? Is that what you
No,
said?
that handle fits on the rake and the shovel that.
Oh, that they have?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see the part.
There's a hoe and a rake and a shovel. They're like a rototilling hoe
Uh-huh.
and a
I
rake
didn't
and
see
shovel.
that there.
Yeah, they're all right
Ooh.
there with the gardening with that handle.
I
They're
need to
orange
go
and
back.
black. Orange and black. You're right.
I don't think my husband wants me to go back because he knows I'll come back with more of those stackables. It's great for like Yossi, with your limited space, the stackables, you can grow more.
Yeah, they sell the melon oil. I found the research. Like 1 fluid ounces for like $10, maybe less.
And you can make it for like 50 cents.
I just got
I
an
never
herb
heard
market
of
at
it.
the dollar store ginger that's still. So I wonder if I would have fennel.
Hey, Gil, did you eat that whole loaf of bread? You look like you're going into a coma.
Two slices. I'm thinking about. I'm contemplating going back for a couple more slices. It's just so good. I'm just.
I haven't
I
grown
will.
fennel.
I don't like fennel because it has a licorice flavor
It does.
to it, and I don't like anything that tastes like licorice. So
Yeah, me too.
I haven't grown it.
Yeah, they do have an online Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree is online, but I don't know as far as what it would cost Yossi to get it to Israel.
Well, remember what I sent you yesterday?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well, their base
Is-
for how many was
It
it?
include
36?
Amazon.
Yeah,
and it
30
include every,
it gives you that
like,
address.
even Walmart online.
Okay, so then
So everything is online. It's included.
okay, well, Dollar Tree.
the
Look
States.
up Dollar
Yeah.
Tree, but the base price that they have on the Dollar Tree online is now $36 for $45. Before it
Oh
was
wow.
$36. You know, it was cheaper because they went up to $1.25. They're no longer the just dollar. Yeah.
So
If you can
$1.25
send me,
Yeah, they're
what
the
it's called?
$1.25. What? I'm sorry.
If you can send me in the Facebook what it's called.
Yeah, the link. I can send you the
Cool.
link.
No, what it's called, because maybe I can find it in Israel
It's
without shipping.
It's
'Cause
just
they
called the
didn't,
3-tier planner. I don't know why they
I
call it that. Like 3
I didn't
tiers. Tiers
did
is this, I thought.
the thing. I didn't sign yet to the thing.
What?
I
How does
didn't
your
sign to the thing that they ship from the
Oh,
US
you
to
didn't sign
Israel.
up. Okay. You
Yeah.
didn't sign up yet. Okay.
how does your girl? We were just talking about the 4 jars. Nobody here in the chat has tried them yet, but we'll have to try them. I'll have to get some because the price was actually really good. We put the link to the Amazon thing that Gil was talking about. We actually talked about them right at the beginning of this live.
You use fennel to
Anyway,
pickle? I thought
saw
dill is usually what you use, Monk. I've never used fennel to pickle.
I saw the Canon
It looks similar.
thing of the All American and Amazon.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
$300 and something.
yeah. But those
So
last
it's
they last forever, and you just what is it? Replace the ring, right? Rebel canners, the
yeah,
seal.
but
Nope.
with
No ring.
shipping, it's like
Oh, they're no
almost
ring. Okay.
$700 with shipping
Oh,
to
heck
Israel.
no. That's crazy.
Vineyard Chicks, they grew a lot of fennel. They use it like you would celery, plus they add it to sauerkraut, and they have a video on it.
Oh, okay.
They like the hint of licorice in it. I'm not big on licorice, so
Yeah, I've had it where it's good with turkey. Like they make like a meatball out of it.
the fennel seeds they put with lentils to make a vegan sausage. That sounds pretty good, actually. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
it does have that sausagey flavor when they mix it with
They
the
do.
turkey.
They put fennel in sausage. Some
Yeah.
of the different sausages does have fennel in it. I knew
Yeah,
that.
it was good. It was really good.
And then Monkey says that they grow fennel and use it to pickle things. I'm gonna have to try that. That might be. I can do it in a pickle.
So they do use it like dill. That's what it makes me think of dill. When she said fennel, that's why I thought of the dill.
Yes,
involved
and
in
Israel
dill.
they use it to do pickles. Yeah.
Oh, this is what I wanted to say. These were at the Dollar Tree, and they're from Georgia. They're not from China. So if you find them,
Oh,
Okay.
they're low.
I
But
actually
they're the
looked right
weirdest
over 'em.
things. It's like a mat.
wow.
It's in a mat. I'll open it because I'm going to use it and plan it soon. I just don't want it to get everywhere.
Interesting.
Oh, there go the seeds. But
No,
it's like
seed
a mat.
tape.
Yeah,
That's-
Yeah.
like a seed tape,
yeah.
exactly.
But you plant with the mat?
Yeah, you just plant it right in the soil and water it. See, and it
No,
holds.
but with the mat?
Yeah,
Or
the
only
mat-
the
you-
seeds?
No, the whole thing goes in, not the
You
plastic.
just lay it
but
out
the whole-
flat and sprinkle some soil on it, and it grows. It's a biodegradable mat. They call it seed tape.
Yeah, you were.
Interesting.
I make my
Tammy,
own
do you
out of
know how to
toilet
fix
paper.
his volume on the
I-
settings? You just go on his
My
picture
iPad cover.
Okay. Let me.
and see if you can adjust
It's
his.
the cover on my.
Yeah, but she might be able to turn up your volume on her side if she can figure it out.
Oh, I can. I think. Nope.
Yeah. You just unclick certain ones. Oh,
Okay,
does he
there-
have it?
I got it.
Oh, nice.
Can you keep talking, Mark?
Hey, is that better?
Keep
Talk
saying
some
something.
more.
Better. Let me take the cover off my iPad.
Go.
You're. Can you say something? Because I got you at 193%.
He's gonna take the cover off his iPad.
It's the cover on my iPad.
Yeah.
That's a little better. Thank you.
You're maxed out on my side. Vineyard Chicks. I know for
Oh,
a
really,
fact
Monk?
that every ditch you drive by in where you live, the big spiky flowers that are on like a big stalk that look like a candle or candelabra or like a torch. Then they have the little tiny, no bigger than my thumb, little yellow flowers all around
Yeah.
that big cone. Those are mullein. Every ditch anywhere near where you live is covered with mullein.
Not mine. My
Sorry.
ditches don't have it.
I will dry you some flowers and
No,
send
mine
them to
either.
you.
It's okay. He said, it's okay, mommy. He heard me.
Yeah, you can't walk into someplace where it's not mowed, where we live, Vineyard Chicks, and not find mullein. It's everywhere.
He's giving me play-by-play on what's happening on his show right now.
How to garden? Hi.
Yeah, it
Welcome.
does, Monk Monk.
Gather
It's great for
together.
your
Thank
lungs.
you for coming in. I don't know what's expensive.
What's
but
expensive?
I'm
I
probably
miss-
talking about. I'm way behind in the chat, so she's probably talking about Yossi's stuff over there. And
Oh yeah, for the American. Plus, you have to have the right stovetop for an American. Mine, it would crack it.
Is my audio any better now?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a stupid, crappy cover on my iPad, but it protects my iPad.
Yeah, I understand that.
I turned you up to 190 some percent too. So
Sweet. Loud and proud.
Oh goodness,
Yes,
opening that seed tape or whatever.
now you're allergic to it. I'm still trying
Right.
to catch up on
I'm
the
allergic
chat.
to
here.
Bill.
Sorry.
Or the seed tape.
We lost somebody, or we added somebody, or
Well, this isn't even like it's like I don't even know. It's so light, and it's not even like that. It's almost like a peat moss maybe in there, but even lighter. That's probably why I'm sneezing.
probably. Oh, that's why. Okay, just a minute. What do you want to show us? Oh,
Nice, Monk Monk.
thank you, Yossi. This is mullein, girls.
Oh, it's so pretty.
That is what the top of the mullein stock. That's the second year. The first year, it just is a little tiny, close to the ground plant with
Yeah.
real soft, furry leaves.
Yep.
And then the second year, you get that big stalk, and that's the flower right there. I don't want to get in trouble for,
Thanks, Glenn. Good to see you.
but yeah. So that's what it looks like, and you will find it in every ditch around you because I know where you live, and I'm not exactly where you live, but I know
yeah.
the corner of where you live. So, oh. Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hey, I just
Kathy,
realized
that
I
you
had
took on-
headphones. Oops.
Oops.
Should have plugged
Yeah.
them in before.
Perfecto. Now you're
Should be
very
nice and clear now.
perfect. Very loud.
Yeah.
It's okay, Mark. It's only your second live.
Yeah, you get used to it. I know. I usually wear my headphones.
I mean, I
too.
got
That's
7
all
more to
I'm
go
putting
because I only get 9 lives, right?
No, you got a lot of
No,
lives.
no.
You're,
Rascon
Okay.
got 20 something.
I found you again, you found me again. We're stuck together now.
Well, whatever. Hey, I gave your daughter my phone number. Shoot me a text later, and I'll start shooting the memes off to you one at a time.
Okay.
So
She's gone.
I loaded them up.
She's gone today, but I'll get it from her. And my son is
That's fine.
taking off, so I'll actually have my phone today.
Oh,
Maybe.
nice.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh,
Make a
wow.
smoking
That's a
today.
great tip, Potager Girl. Thank you. Make like a gel, basically. Put them in a starch gel.
Ooh.
That's
I'm gonna have
kinda
to
neat.
try that. Where's Courtney? She's planting a lot of carrots this year.
Yeah, right.
Hang on. He's getting ready to go. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm planning on put some of the carrots.
I don't know if it's a grain, Vineyard Chicks. It's an herb, I believe.
I see everybody's lips moving, but nobody's talking. I think you're all on mute,
No.
except for the bread guy. Yeah, I can hear that.
Oh,
That's weird.
Oh, yummy. Oh,
Warm bread out of the oven with some nice butter melted on there. Nothing better.
Hey, Charlotte.
maybe a little honey drizzled on it.
Sure. I did that with my peanut butter. Put a little peanut butter on there, a little honey, and some cinnamon.
Well,
Everything-
I'm gonna play tomorrow in the
All right, you
mud
didn't miss anything. We were just talking about it.
Okay.
because all day today and even yesterday was raining, so I'm planning to play in the mud and put like
Yoshi's on
a
mute.
few.
No, he's
No,
not.
we can hear him.
Oh, I can't. What's going on? That's weird. I hear everybody else, not him. Must be my iPad and my headphones.
Maybe.
So I want to dig a few worms to put on my thing. I have a big bucket of compost.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, that bucket was amazing. Got way more going on than I do. But I found
Yeah.
a different solution for my compost that I'm gonna do a video on.
And it latches
It's huge.
because in the
it
beginning
locks.
it was stinky, but I put like orange peel in
Mhm.
it, so it's not stink anymore.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
What does citrus and onions do to compost? Does it just make it take longer to break down? Somebody was saying something about onions or citrus. Is it the onions because it's like the paper? There was certain things like they were saying it take longer, and I don't know if the
I don't know.
I
I
know
need to ask you.
banana peels, orange peels, lemon peels take a while to break down in the compost pile because of their chemical makeup.
yeah, I thought it was mostly citrus, and I didn't remember
Yeah.
why.
Because the acidic acid in it
Preserves it.
Takes
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
when you have worms,
The onions, I think, though, that's what it is. When you have a worm farm, they don't like the onions so much. I don't know if there's something in the onions that affects them.
Well, onions and certain liquids like your teardrops, onions, and the moisture in your eye create sulfuric acid.
Oh, so it might kill your worms.
There you go. You're bombing your worms.
Ginger Ninja, I haven't seen that about the popcorn seeds where they crush them to make flour for tortillas. At least popcorn is non-GMO.
I saw that.
So, but there are better flours, better
Yes.
corn to use.
Yeah, I have
Flour
organic
popcorn.
corn I bought to
You
try
take
that.
a lot of popcorn.
Yeah.
First of all, it take a lot of popcorn. Second of all, the popcorn seeds of the corn from the popcorn doesn't have any use at all for health benefit.
Yeah,
It
no
doesn't
nutritional
have
value.
nothing in it.
Yeah, it's not. I
Absolutely
can't
not.
use it anymore because it inflames my fibro. Even the alcohol made from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. It's basically like if you were growing corn, it's just a filler to keep people filled.
Yes.
You want a dent corn for
Mhm.
flour, not a
Not a sweet corn, right?
not a sweet corn and not
Yeah.
a popcorn.
So the popcorn seeds is sort of like the celery of the corns.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have a grackle issue? Wow. We have grackles. We have the boat tails.
They've been bad here. The school planted a whole field of sunflowers. A whole, probably more than 6 acres, but it's narrow and long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the field between the middle school and the high school. And they planted it with sunflowers in this local town. And you can't drive by there without being dive bombed by grackles and blackbirds and starlings and crows and everything out there.
The European starlings are so cute when they're out, but they're so invasive. The European starlings are a huge problem all over the world now. They're just everywhere that they shouldn't be, it seems like. And they definitely don't belong here. And you see them during the winter a little bit more now than you did before our winter.
And it makes it harder for our songbirds to get enough food to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You speak all there about toads and poison.
Cane toads?
Yes. The only thing that harm them is the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, humans.
And about the toads, the big toads from Australia, the poison. There is a type of bird.
Yeah, Australian crows.
Yeah,
Australian
they
crows
flip
put
them
on their
and
back.
eat the guts. Yeah.
Yep. They're the only ones who have figured it out. And hopefully they'll tell other crows and the crows will also.
They learn.
Yeah.
They're like, they have about a mental capacity of a 3 to 4 year old, and they can learn by watching other crows.
Yeah.
Other birds.
They've taught each other over in Australia. I don't know.
Yeah, even here in Israel, we have like a pine tree that he has a crows near him. The crows take the pine tree. They wait to go to the road, and when a cow is in the way,
Mhm.
they drop the pine tree. The cow breaks the nut, and then
Mhm.
they eat it.
Yeah,
They
there's
use
only 2 pine nuts we can grow here in North America. There's only 2 pines have edible pine nuts. One you can only grow in the south, and there's just one I can grow here. Okay, there's my useless trivia for the day. I know you were all waiting for me to have.
Yeah, no, I
And
know that.
the pine nuts in the west, you got to be careful when you're picking up the pine nuts
Yeah.
because you might accidentally pick up a few deer droppings. They look identical.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh, deer dropping pesto does not sound too good.
No.
Blah.
Well,
I
that
know what
always,
you're gonna say about Chinese pine nuts, like at Costco, Gil. Not that. Ooh, that's so gross.
My sister's mother-in-law was out with them when they were gathering, and they were eating some, and she goes, "This one's soft and chewy."
Oh, God. This is
it always
Okay.
cracks me up when people take the moose droppings and make earrings and necklaces out of them. They varnish them and make earrings and necklaces out of the moose.
no.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
You don't want to know what they do in India with the cow dropping.
No, I don't.
You don't want to know.
They
Well, they
probably
used
use
to
it
take
like
the buffalo
spa.
chips and dry them in the west out there where Gil lives. They didn't have enough trees. They take the buffalo chips, dry them, and put them in the wood stove.
Yeah,
That's how
I've
they
heard
heated
that
their homes.
before. Fire.
Yep.
All right, I have to go.
Hey, Tammy,
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
hop
I
off.
saw that one.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna close up shops anyway.
Yeah.
All right, nice
Okay.
seeing y'all. I'll see you on the next one probably.
All right,
Have a
Hold
nice
on.
day.
Thank you for coming in, Mark.
All right.
Bye, no
Oh,
problem.
wound
Talk
up-
to you.
if you're signing off, Tammy, I'll wait for you to do so.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
I'm gonna
got
go ahead and
19,
sign off.
19 still watching, so 32 thumbs up. So we did.
Did pretty good.
Good live,
Thank you,
yeah.
everyone. Yeah, moose poop jewelry is a thing. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say goodbye, everyone. Bye. See
Bye,
you
guys.
Thursday night
Bye.
live.